Do you ever look at a super fit guy on Instagram and think to yourself, maybe he knows something that I don't? I hate to break it to you, but he probably doesn't know more than you. It's not a knowledge thing. It's probably just that he stuck to the plan for longer than you did. Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 simple steps that you need to implement to survive your first 90 days of your fitness journey. What I've noticed with my clients is if they get through the first 3 months of training and dieting, they become dangerous because they have the most important currency in the world, and that is momentum. If you can stick to a plan for 3 months, you can finally build the momentum to keep going. Step 1, work out 3 days a week. That's it. I would suggest not trying to take over the world in your first Monday back in the gym. Guys, starting with like 6 days a week training and twice a day cardio and a gallon of water a day is the fastest way to flame out and quit by Thursday.
Look, man, I'm over this shit.
I would strongly recommend the focus in your fitness journey should be to make it replicable. So 3 workouts a week, focused, intentional, replicable. Anyone can find 3 45-minute sessions a week to take care of their body. It's not a time thing, guys, it's a prioritization thing. So what I would suggest is 3 45-minute sessions focused on compound lifts, full body workouts, and you can also use non-overlapping supersets as a way to speed up your workouts. So basically what this means, a superset is 2 exercises done back to back, and non-overlapping means that there's no overlapping muscle groups between the 2 exercises. So a classic pairing is like an upper body with a lower body exercise. You could do a overhead press with a goblet squat or a barbell deadlift with a pull-up, or you could do like a chest and back superset. That's pretty common, like a bench press and a row. And something I like giving my clients is like a tricep and bicep superset to hit the arms hard at the end of a workout. The big takeaway from step 1 is keep it simple, guys. It needs to be simple so you can stick to it. 3 times a week, full body workouts, 45 minutes each. You get in, you train hard, and you get out. Trying to take over the world in your first week back in the gym has never got anyone into great shape. But if for 90 days you go to the gym 3 times a week, I promise you that at the end of these 3 months, your body will look different. You'll probably be leaner and you'll definitely be more muscular. Step 2 of how to build momentum and improve your fitness within your first 90 days is to track your macros, but only a little bit. Guys, tracking your macros is like learning to parallel park. It's pretty annoying at first, but once you get the skill down, it's incredibly useful. But here's the kicker, you do not need to track every single morsel of food that you put into your mouth. What I would suggest for your first 90 days is to track your macros just 3 days a week. On your training days, just track what you eat and make sure you're eating enough protein. The focus again is on consistency and replicability. It's about getting reps in the gym, reps in the kitchen, building the habit of looking after yourself. If you try to track every single meal you eat straight away, that's a recipe for disaster.
I see what you did there.
I've seen loads of people burn out extremely quickly with this all or nothing approach to their nutrition.
Oh, busted. Little cookie on the way to the gym.
Tracking your macros just 3 days a week is how you slowly build the habit of better nutrition without wanting to throw your phone in a lake or send an angrily worded email to the executives at MyFitnessPal. Think of this as training wheels, but for your frying pan, spatula, and air fryer. And by the way, guys, if you want a free nutrition guide that teaches you step by step of what macros to eat, as well as nutritious high protein recipes of foods that you actually like for every single meal of the day, you can check out my free nutrition guide in the description of this video. Loads of guys in my community say that it's given them a lot of value and helped them with confusion in the kitchen. And that leads me to step 3 of how to make your first 90 days of your fitness journey really count, and that is to make your sets count. If you're one of these guys who's doing bicep curls with their left hand and scrolling TikTok with their right hand, then we need to talk. This is something I stress over and over and over and over again. If I had a single message to teach you how to build muscle, it would be this. You do not need long workouts. You need intense workouts. Lifting weights and looking to build muscle does not reward showing up. Just showing up and going through the motions is the equivalent of sitting on the couch. You might as well not bother. 3 full body workouts that are 45 minutes a week where you really push yourself to the point where you could only get 1 or 2 more reps per set at most is so much more effective than 6 half-hearted workouts per week. Guys, I need you to make the target muscle the limiting factor of your workout, not your attention span. Long workouts are extremely boring and it's extremely difficult to make them intense and effective. 45 minutes, 6 exercises, your full body, your full attention, every single set taken seriously. Let's put it this way, guys. You're going into the gym for like 12 to 15 sets. Just make these 12 to 15 sets count. That's how you can make sure you've done a fantastic job. You should finish your sets feeling like you've had a fist fight with gravity. And another way to reframe this is to think that it's like 45 minutes of discomfort that will result in appreciable muscle gains. Throughout Throughout this video, I'm just gonna share a bunch of B-roll of me training in the gym to give you a feel for how hard your sets should be. Step number 4 of how to not completely mess up the first 90 days of your fitness journey: do not, under any circumstances, adopt the all or nothing mindset.
I'm the king of the world!
An all or nothing mindset has ruined more fitness journeys than a bad program ever will. This one is huge. You will mess up. You will miss workouts. You will not hit your calories. You will fall off the wagon a little bit. You will eat an entire jar of Nutella and pretend it was for bulking.
This doesn't count. I'm having this as a yummy snack because I enjoy it.
That's normal. It's not the end of the world. What matters is how quickly you can get back on track. Fitness is not about being perfect, and getting leaner and more muscular is not about getting it right all the time. This journey is all about being consistent when life throws you curveballs, and it will throw you curveballs. Like your boss scheduling an unexpected meeting during one of your workouts, or your in-laws inviting themselves over for dinner. This is where structure, accountability, and expert support comes in clutch. And that is exactly what I do in my business with my coaching clients. If you need someone to be your support system, to be the guy in your corner, but also your accountability buddy who calls you out when you miss workouts, that's what my coaching is all about. It gives you the structure, support, and accountability when it comes to training and nutrition, so that you know exactly what you need to do to get into the best shape of your life. The applications for coaching are in the description of this video. And that leads me, guys, to my 5th and final step of how to not completely mess up the first 90 days of your fitness journey. And this might sound like I'm completely contradicting what I've said before, but hear me out. Don't take your fitness too seriously. Look, guys, getting into shape is not about some secret knowledge that shredded influencers on Instagram know that you don't know.
You're just keeping a secret from me.
There are literally millions of guys who've managed to get into better shape. That's the proof that it's a well-trodden path and you can do it too. What all of these guys have in common is they got through that uncomfortable, kind of unrewarding, difficult first few months. Yes, fitness will change your life. Yes, you do need discipline, but also you're allowed to have fun. Finding a training style that you like, doing exercises that you like, eating meals that you find tasty and don't feel like punishment, having a cheat meal once a week, watching your favorite show when you do cardio. Fitness needs to not feel like a prison sentence. It should feel like something you can actually see yourself doing in the long run. The guys who actually get the best results, in my experience, are the guys who actually enjoy the process. Crazy idea, I know. Look, guys, getting into shape is not about having some elite level of knowledge that guys are keeping from you. Usually it's not a knowledge problem, it's more of an accountability and discipline problem. And I used to have this problem too. I started off as lanky, skinny, and not very confident about my body. And that's where a lot of guys start, either skinnier than they want to be or bigger than they want to be. And that's why now it's my mission to coach guys who were where I once was, either skinny and lost or carrying around extra weight that they don't feel excited about. And they're just a bit confused about how to sculpt their body into something that they're proud of. If you want to make real sustainable progress in your health and fitness, check out my ultimate fat loss guide that includes high protein recipes for every meal of the day in the description of this video. If you want to take things to the next level and have all of the guesswork taken out of this for you can apply for one-on-one coaching, again in the description of this video. And as always, this is just a reminder that this is some no BS fitness advice from somebody who actually trains real people in the real world naturally. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'd also recommend you check out this video about how to get sustainably lean and the fat loss mistakes that you might be making. Yeah, and that's about it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.